Hey there, this is Anonymous T. Welcome to Anonymous T Podcast. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Some housekeeping items, some meat and potato items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T Podcast. Follow me on my main channel if you haven't already, Anonymous T. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so that it gets out into the algorithm, y'all. Also free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes. So today, you guys, we are talking about episode 3. Episode 3, you guys. Hot Mess Express on the way. You know what, you guys? To be completely honest with you, I actually am enjoying this season because I feel like it's a mess for different reasons. I'm thoroughly entertained for different reasons, right? So nonetheless, we pick up in the episode with the aftermath of the recoupling of the bombshell, Sierra and Charlie, and basically everybody got up for Sierra and nobody got up for Charlie, right? And so nonetheless, the guys are all trying to debrief. Here goes Messy Ace. Messy Ace is in full effect. The spirit of Johnny, the spirit of Tyreek from Love Island UK has manifested itself into Ace, you guys, has been reincarnated into Ace for season 7, and I'm here for it. I am here for the mess. So he's up here telling all the guys, you should get to know everybody else. Nobody should be locked in. Even you, Jeremiah. Even you. Listen, I think Ace sees through Jeremiah's scam. I think he sees through a scam, and I think he's going to try to break up him and Huda. Not because he's interested in Huda, but because he doesn't want these strong couples, right, in there. And so he's still single, so he's causing mess, right? Then we fast forward, we see Huda is crying to Shelly, y'all. She is in a full meltdown mode over the fact that Alondria checked her at the fire pit, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, what Alondria said didn't warrant this reaction. Like she didn't cuss her out. She didn't get angry with her. She just told her, hey, let's nip this in the bud. Like your man or whatever, you can clap for him. You could be all happy and all this and all that he didn't stand up. But like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, chill. So Alondria is trying to talk with Bella about everything that's going down, and now she has to smooth things over with Huda because she doesn't want to be seen as a mean girl since y'all already were attacking her and dragging her and all this and all that. No. So they cut their conversation short. Eventually, she makes her way to talk to Huda. She apologizes or whatever else on how her comments came across. It wasn't trying to be what Huda thought it was going to be. And listen, why is Taylor lurking over the shadows, y'all? I've never seen this to where I don't know what's going on. It's like these men, this season, and it's ironic because most of these couples have no connection except for 2 couples, and so nonetheless, here comes Taylor just hanging over, basically intruding, ending this conversation short. And I'm laughing at Huda because she's like, these are my sisters. No, Huda, y'all only been there a couple of days. What do you mean sisters after 3 days? Stop the madness. Stop being dramatic, right? So then also Charlie talks to Austin that he's upset that nobody was interested in him. And listen, nobody's interested in Austin. Nobody is interested in Charlie. Maybe the Islanders can sense that y'all are Trump supporters. Maybe the Islanders can sense that, maybe you don't have good chat. Maybe you're not interesting. Maybe it is like pulling teeth to talk to y'all. Maybe they sense that you are just trying to wait it out till the next set of bombshells come in and make your move. But the thing is, nobody wants y'all. Nobody wants y'all, and Austin is taking Shelly for granted because she really did him a solid, right? But nonetheless, they feel a certain way that nobody wants them. And so Austin was shocked that Shelley didn't stand up for Charlie. Why are you shocked? And see, this is the thing I feel with Shelley. I feel with Shelley, there's no point for her right now to really lock in with anybody or stand up for anybody. What I think it was either Alondria said this. I can't remember. It might have been either Alondria or Shelley, but I'm like 99.9% sure it's Alondria. There was a comment that was made, and I think she was talking to Taylor about it. But basically was like, listen, looky here, like, why do we need to stand up and try to go and talk to a bombshell or say that we want to recouple or say that we're interested when ultimately, whether you stand or not, you still have that opportunity in the villa to talk to whoever you want to talk to. If you still want to be open to other connections, like this whole thing where y'all had to stand up there, like y'all were waiting in line to be chose by Sierra, what was ridiculous. Because ultimately, Sierra's only going to choose one person to couple up with, and number two, y'all still got to come back to y'all couples and try to smooth things over, and y'all create a hot mess for no reason. Then Bella, she is pissed at Nick. She didn't even talk to Nick that night because she's like, I just feel like, you know, like what are we doing? Even though, as far as Bella goes, like I said, I don't think her man's in that villa, and I don't think she likes anybody in that villa. So nonetheless, I was trying to, you know, I'm like, yeah, no. So nonetheless, we have a conversation with Taylor and Alondria. He tries to spin this as a tit for tat, that the reason that he stand up and got up so fast to stand over by Sierra was because he was trying to get back at Alondria for admitting that she kissed Ace in a challenge. And here's my thing, y'all. Like, these challenges, especially early days for Love Island, for the most part, everybody's kissing everybody, right? And usually they have a lot of these truth or dare games that happen at nighttime where everybody's kissing everybody, where you have to like choose 2 or 3 people to kiss or whatever. So nonetheless, why are we acting brand new over a blindfold challenge, Taylor? And so I'm thinking to myself, I was like, Alondria, the back pocket information should have just been, you shouldn't have told him. Because now you see that he gets in his feelings, that he gets mad and tries to be petty. But it's unnecessary. So the conversation, like, I feel like he's one that once you tell him how you feel or what your opinions on something, he's gonna rock with it. But I'm not feeling a romantic spark between the two of them. I think Alondria needs to move on. Also, what happened to Nick feeling Alondria and getting up and kissing her and the blindfold challenge, and there's no conversation, there's no investigation about, you know, Alondria trying to figure out who actually kissed her. It's like the story just completely stopped. And I know Swirl TikTok is in their feelings because I know they have been shipping Nick and Alondria hard, but it was weird because I was like, so we're just not going to address this? Like, Nick is never going to tell Alondria, like, that he's feeling her? Or is he one of those people that, like, if you don't come to him, if you don't tell him how you feel or whatever else, like he's going to move on to the next? Which explains the game, right? So, nonetheless, before bed, Ace pulls Shelley off for a chat. And he does a player move, y'all. He does a player move. So, they're sitting in the speakeasy, you guys. They're in their pajamas or whatever. Why did Ace tell Shelley to smell his shirt? And I was like, here we go. Smell his shirt? No. No. When she goes down to smell his shirt down by his armpit or whatever, he kisses her on the forehead. No. Forehead kisses are a danger zone, are a danger sign, you guys. And you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful in all of the things. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. So we get into the next day, right? And we get into the morning, all the dudes are making breakfast, right? And Ace has a nice gesture, right? So he makes breakfast for the girls that all of the men stood up there for Sierra. So he made breakfast for Alondria, he made breakfast for Shelley, and he made breakfast for Bella, right? And so, nonetheless, Taylor comes and brings in his own plate for Alondria and everything else. So, I thought that was a very nice gesture. Also, Jeremiah and Huda had a chat, y'all, in the morning. She is talking about, they're up here, you know, basking in the fact that everybody in the villa after a couple of days is calling them mom and dad. And I'm like, so when are you going to tell Jeremiah you're an actual mom? Like make it make sense. And so she is, you know, trying to figure all this stuff out. And she ended up not telling him in that particular scene. Then we get a scene with Huda and Bella. Bella is upset with the whole Nick situation. She's up here crying and everything else. And then Sierra and Nick are having a conversation. Listen, I thought Sierra was just choosing Nick just to choose him. I think, though, that she's actually into Nick, which is a plot twist. I think she actually likes him. There's an interesting dynamic between the two of them that I actually enjoy watching. So from there, we have a situation where, you know, Charlie now all of a sudden wants to talk to Bella and claim that he wanted to take her to the hideaway. No. I just, y'all, here's the thing, Charlie. You're upset that the option that you wanted didn't reciprocate the thing, but my thing was this. I felt Charlie was coming on too strong to Shelly and demanding her to kiss him on the docks and everything else, and she stopped it to just like peck kisses because she's not really feeling him like that. Like nobody wants to just be forced into kissing people, especially if you're not feeling that connection, you're not feeling that vibe. Like she didn't even kiss you in the hideaway, so what made you think that she's just gonna kiss you willy-nilly like the way you want her to? Like it was just bizarre. So nonetheless, Taylor and Alondria, they talk again, and Alondria ends up apologizing for how she took things because Taylor didn't like her reaction to him, you know, getting up and standing there for his interest in Sierra, and Alondria felt as though, you know, it wasn't appropriate or whatever, but then she threw some shade at Taylor and was like, listen, I am sorry that, how did she say it? She was like, I'm sorry that, you know, for having the self-awareness or being mature enough to see what the situation is or something along those lines. And I was like, Alondria, be having these people in check. Like y'all don't understand. Alondria takes no mess from nobody, and I like it. Y'all trying to find Friendship Island, and I am here for Messy Island because these people are not about to play with her. She's not the 1 or the 2 or the 3. So I am here for all of it. So she claims she still wants to get Taylor, but I think that thing is, I think they're done. So they're waiting for their next bombshells. So Nick pulls Bella for a chat, y'all, and he tells why he wanted to stand up for Sierra. Bella didn't care what he had to say. She was dragging him because she felt he was not honest with her and blindsided her with everything else. So then Nick tries to apologize to her and say that he's still attracted to her and still interested, and she basically told him the ball's in your court. But I don't know if I truly believe Nick is still interested in Bella unless we see today that him making effort to talk to her. I think he genuinely does like Sierra. He just didn't want to be put in a position, you know, like, I don't know. Let's just call it for what it is, right? Nick wants to be touched. Bella's not touching him. Sierra is touching him. So therefore, he's going to be Team Sierra for now. So then Bella and Alondria are talking, y'all. And Sierra comes over. Alondria's trying to get the tea. She's trying to scope out the situation. Who really is here for Nick? Who still has feelings for Nick? And basically, they both say they like Nick. So nonetheless, that was that. Also, there was another conversation that Ace and Shelly had during the day, because I found it interesting that Austin really hasn't been talking to Shelly. Like, he just had that one debrief with her. Basically, it felt like he kind of wanted to say, oh, I was expecting Shelly to get up for Charlie so I can hurry up and get up for, you know, Sierra. But that was a good look that you didn't stand up or whatever else. But I think Shelly, I'm back from episode 1 to seeing the Shelly and Ace connection and its familiarity. It's all of these things. These other dudes don't have interesting conversation. They don't have personalities. They're boring. So here's the thing. Ace needs to mature. He's never had a girlfriend, so he's just wandering around in the villa, causing chaos, causing mess, and all the things, right? So there was a game that was had, y'all, in the evening. It was a girls versus boys called Stake Your Case, right? And it was giving a little bit like Deal or No Deal, where it's like a girl side and a man side, and Huda and Ace were the hosts. And there was a series of questions. So one of the questions was, so basically any of the questions you had to guess from, you know, least likely to most likely. You had to put the suitcases in order, and then they would reveal the information. So one was for who do you think has cheated the most and the least. Ace was the least likely to cheat, and he didn't cheat, same as Charlie. And the girls had thought that Nicholas had cheated the most, but he said he only did once. Now, it was interesting because Nick was confused with some of the responses, and you could tell Sierra was exposing them because she was like, you could tell by their responses that they don't remember what they said in these questions, or they were flat out lying to avoid the truth. So they ended up having Austin ended up being the person that had 6. And then the only person who had cheated for the girl side was Shelly. Then there was a question who had been the most intimate with the most amount of people in one day. And I believe it ended up being Austin had the most with 4. And Shelly and Huda on the girl side both had 2, but Shelly's shocked everybody because it was with women. And I felt like Huda, they were like going in on her about it. Then there was, who do you think has told the most people that they love them? And Jeremiah had 10 people. So already the girls are going in. Alondria has clocked Jeremiah's tea that he's a love bomber. And Nicholas said 50 people, you guys. And Bella had the least amount of people she told with 1. And Huda and Shelly both had 2 people that they told. So then there was another question, who sent the most nudes? Why did Nicholas have 800 and Austin have over 1,000? It said 1,000, y'all. What website are they on? Y'all find out yet what website they're on? Cause what the welly? Then for the girls' side, they said that the most was Alondria. I think she only sent 15, and Sierra had sent like 5. Then the other question was the highest body count, right? So Charlie had 108 and Austin had 104. Is he under the Tyreek mentor program from the UK? Make it make sense. With over 100 bodies, like child. And then Taylor was the lowest with 21. And then on the girl side, Sierra had the most with 18, and the boys, for whatever reason, thought Shelly had the most, but she had 12. So the boys won the competition, right? So then after that, everybody kind of debriefs on who grossed them out, who gave them the ick based off of these answers and everything else. And Ace was trying to stir the pot, especially in regards to the question about who had sex with multiple people in a 24-hour period. And Ace is up here asking Jeremiah, like what's the case? Like how would you feel if Huda went to go have sex with somebody after you? Like just being messy, just causing chaos and everything else. And and Jeremiah's like, that's a dumb question and da 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 da. And I understand what Huda's saying. How can I be mad at her when I had to as well? And she says she likes to be satisfied and da 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 da. And I know my way around a woman's body and da 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 da. He was so mad. He was so upset. So nonetheless, so that was really it. The conversation, really was mainly about Austin's high numbers and Nick's high numbers and Charlie's high numbers, because they said Charlie seems very unsuspecting, but those are the ones you got to watch. So the last scene that is going viral, is this reveal that Huda did with Jeremiah. And it was a hot mess, y'all. It was a hot mess. So Huda sets this up basically like, you know, do you feel that your love bombing is a red flag? Do you feel that you do too much and da 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 da? But in front of everybody else in the game, she was all like, my man, you know, that's why he is honest. He told 10 people he loves them. And I'm like, girl, this isn't the flex that you think it is, right? So they're debriefing after the game. And, you know, she's setting all this up, right? She's setting all up these love bombing and all of the concerns and da-da-da-da-da to go in for the kill. To go in for the kill. And the kill was, listen, looky here, I am a mama. I am a mother. I got a child out here. And he was like, Jeremiah's like, what? Como say what? Say what? Shout out to Donald Jones. Say what? He is looking like, I know you lying. And she's like, wait, let me finish? And he's like, so you're a mom? Like at 24? Like how many kids? How many kids you got out here? It was so judgy. It was such a hot mess. And she's like, you know, just one, a 4-year-old and everything else. And he's got his hands over his ears. He realizes his winning check for $100,000 is up in flames, and he needs to redirect and regroup on how he's going to get this money. So it left on a cliffhanger with Jeremiah crashing out. And we didn't even get a preview for today's episode, so I cannot wait till the first look comes out. And I don't know, it can go one. See, here's the problem that I don't like with this situation. I feel like this is the slippery slope when you're talking about kids, right? And especially the age of the kids, and you go on these dating shows, right? Are you looking really for love, or are you looking for fame and clout, right? Or are you on this show trying to find a stepdaddy? Like what is tea? Because Love Island, we're not expecting, for the most part, these couples to go the distance, right? Hannah and Marco is the first U.S. couple ever to be engaged, right? Most of these U.S. couples are either broken up, or I think, Bergie and Taylor, and the season 6 people that are still together are really who's left that are still in relationships. But for the most part, US doesn't have a good track rate. So it's like, you're leaving your kid for 6-7 weeks, right? You tell immediately Alondria and Shelly that you have a daughter, but you wait a few days later to reveal it to Jeremiah after you already do. Oh, that was the other thing. There was some hanky-panky going on. There was some adult stuff going on that night before, y'all, between Jeremiah and Huda, which makes this even more crazy, because she said also that she likes to wait till things get intimate with dudes before she reveals that she has a kid and everything else. So it's like you're doing stuff to where they're already, you know, there's a piece that's getting invested here. And then you want to be like, okay, shocker, I got a child, I got a kid out here. No. So nonetheless, that happens, y'all. She reveals this, it's on a cliffhanger, but what I don't like the timing, right? Because I feel like Huda could have said this from jump, and anybody who was interested was interested. Anybody who didn't want to feel like they had to have pressure after the show to stay together because of the kid, or meet the kid, and all this and that, like you get into a slippery slope. And I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's fair to wait until after you are doing some intimate stuff in the bed together to now let out the reveal that you have a child. Because now what has happened, now there's some sort of feelings that are invested. There's a level of territorial behavior that is going on with the both of you, and either a couple of things are going to happen. Either Jeremiah is going to continue his crash out and, you know, wait out his options on how he can get away with Huda and try to manipulate this into his benefit to say, hey, I was blindsided, I was lied to, this wasn't told to me up front. Or he's going to feel like he has to be forced to stay with Huda so that he doesn't get hate or any backlash from the fans if you know, they're like, oh, he just doesn't, you know, want to be with her because she has a kid. But the thing is, y'all got to realize, like, everybody got their own preferences, and there's people who have preferences of dating people who don't have kids, and y'all got to look at the age of some of these people who are in their early to mid 20s going on a dating show from jump. Like the last thing you're thinking about is coming on a show like a Love Island or a Bachelor or Bachelorette with somebody who is a single parent. Now, it has happened on the show. There has been both contestants and the suitors that this has happened where they're a single parent, right? However, you also have to have the wherewithal to understand that in this type of show, in this type of environment where people are looking for clout, trying to become influencers, actors, and all this and all of that, they're not trying to have a situation where they're trying to be an automatic step parent or whatever else at the conclusion of the show. And then the press run, when they're trying to promote themselves and promote their brand, is going to be all about whether or not you're going to marry or commit to the person that has a child and commit to the child. When are you going to meet the kid? That's what your press run turns into. So nonetheless, it's going to be interesting to see how Jeremiah navigates this, but I don't know, because he made the comment to Ace that his type is foreign women. He loves him a Latina, and he said when his actual type comes in, it's going to be over. So I feel like they might usher in his type like right now, because that would be the perfect test, the perfect out for Jeremiah to be like, listen, I feel like you blindsided me. Why didn't you tell me this on day one? Why didn't you tell me this before we did anything intimate together? And now I feel like I'm in a position where I'm D if I do, I'm D if I don't. I'm D if I stick around, because now I feel like there's a part of me that doesn't trust you because you kept this from me for 3-4 days and everything else. And you're waiting till after we start doing intimate stuff to reveal this. And then the other side is you feel like you don't, if you don't give it to yourself to explore other connections with people who are childless, that you have a preference for people who also don't have a kid that you're trying to run your scam on. That you're trying to run the scam. And that's the thing too. How can you follow through with your scam to win $100,000 with Huda and there's a child at home back home? There's a 4-year-old involved, right? So then that's going to look even more sketchy, even more diabolical, and even more disgusting, right? Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're going to be making false promises and all this and that if you're here for the scam. If you're here to scam to 100K. You're going to get dragged for basically, ditching Huda at the end, right? And ditching her and having zero intentions of meeting her daughter. So it's like, cut the tie now if you know that it's not going to be what's going to be, right? Because nonetheless, even if you're getting backlash, you're not going to know about it until the fan vote. So nonetheless, and then it's going to look sus if you only stay with Huda just because y'all popular or because y'all like this is all a hot mess. This is all a hot mess, and it's so much manipulation involved that really there's no good solution for Jeremiah when it's all said and done, because, he's stuck either way. So, but nonetheless, to continue to just be the scammer that you are in an acting mode with this game, it's better if you end things here with Huda and pursue somebody else, or they bring in the bombshell that you want and you can make that decision. So there's that. That's all I got for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.